Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome back to Scents of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for another fragrance video. Today, I wanted to do a second edition, a part 2 to the 5 awesomely bad fragrances list video that I did actually just last week. Obviously, depending on when you actually watch this one. But that video did so well, and it seemed like it was very well received, and a lot of people enjoyed it, so I figured I'd make an immediate part 2. So we'll go through these 5 awesomely bad fragrances in just a moment. And again, guys, if it's your first time here, make sure to go ahead and hit that red button to subscribe. The channel is growing, and I can't thank you all enough for all your support over the years. If you have an Instagram page, go ahead and follow the Scents of South Jersey Instagram page for news and updates on the channel, when new videos are going to post, the way to contact me and see pictures of fragrances from my collection. Also, if you're interested in purchasing any fragrances you've seen on my videos or in, anything that you're seeing on the Instagram page, check out the Mercari page, that link that I have below. That's where I'm selling, stuff I'm just no longer wearing, obviously to make room for new fragrances to make new content. Also, the Aurelius apparel and Masudo shirts, those links are in the description as well. And I wanted to make note of an app called Frag Hunter. It is available in the US on iPhones only at the moment, but a subscriber, the same subscriber that created my new intro music, again, it's Dip Dip 8, this is his creation, and it allows you to search any fragrance as long as it's in the database, and it'll find the best price and where to purchase it at. So again, download Frag Hunter. I'm just doing that to support someone who has been a fan of the channel and has supported this channel since the beginning. So anyway, let's jump into the video and take a look at the 5 awesomely bad fragrances. And again, this is part 2. Okay, the first awesomely bad fragrance in the part 2 list, we're gonna go with the designer house, or I don't even know if it's a designer, they used to make cigarettes, right? Of Alfred Dunhill, and this is Dunhill for Men. I believe it's their original fragrance. And off the top of my head, I can't really remember when it came out, but when I got this scent, I was intrigued in the beginning. We'll spray a little bit on a card here, but I also at the same time hated it, right? And it was one of those ones I kept going back and forth, and ultimately I decided I didn't like it. But it's just insane that this is something, the way it smells, literally smells like lemons and like a little bit of YSL Pour Homme in the opening, but it doesn't have the quality because it goes straight into like a pissy urinal cake. So if you like lemons and urinal cake, you're gonna love Dunhill for Men. This is hardly used. I have a gift set of it with an aftershave balm. I'll probably just post that up on Mercari to sell it. I don't know if this is still being made. Actually, I don't think any Dunhills are that I'm aware of. If you're not looking at the icon line, forget the house as far as I'm concerned. Edition is okay, but I like Malizia Uomo. But this, awesomely bad and more on the bad side. Again, lemon, citrus, rindy, sort of bitter, sour, and urinal cake. That's what I get from this freaking cologne. Okay, fragrance number 2 on the 5 awesomely bad fragrances, part 2. We have Antonio Puig's Quorum. Look at that, I'm almost done with this bottle. So I'll start off by saying, I don't hate this fragrance, right? Initially, I think when I first got it, and this is the original bottle of the newer current formulation back in 2019, I think I bought this. I thought it just smelled, I'm like, oh, it's another close to Aramis type of thing. I didn't get it yet. Eventually used the aftershave, and wow, that's when the greenness came out, and I really did enjoy it, got the vintage. But I ended up selling all my vintages. I did a comparison video, and it is a good scent, but if you don't love old school, you'll probably think this is awful, because there are certain times when it smells green and it's masculine. It's always masculine, but green. And then there's other times where it smells like you walked into a time capsule of some grandparent's house, and they have floral patterned couches, wooden paneling, and everything smells like cigarette smoke. I go back and forth with it. I think I came full circle to where the vintage was too much like the floral patterned sofa, wooden panel basement where your family smokes cigarettes every day for their entire life, to enjoying this one a little bit more. It's a little bit more easier to wear, I think, as I've sort of come off having it to be unbelievably powerful all the time. But this still lasts a long time, but I could see it being polarizing, and there's some awesome parts to it and there's some bad parts to it, which is why I thought it'd be perfect for this list. And I think people in the previous video did comment, and I sort of agreed, so I wanted to include it. All right, fragrance number 3 on the awesomely bad fragrances list, part 2, is a beloved cheapie. I actually love this fragrance. This is more awesome than bad. It's Lemani Pour Homme, and you can see I'm down to the last bit there. This is the older bottle, and I use the hell out of this. I have the new Intense, which is just the same thing with intense written on it. It was definitely a scam that came out of Far East Asia. But anyway, if you were too cheap to pony up the additional like $6 to get Drakkar Noir, and you buy this, and you're not a lover of fougères, you'll probably think this smells like the cheapest truck stop soap. Without the orange soap, this is like the just blue liquid, soap. It's like it's almost like a little bit more of a powdery Drakkar Noir. We'll get the last spray here. And, but it's just super harsh lavender in the opening, and that can be a big turnoff. I mean, I think I love it. For the price, it's probably one of the best classic 80s, fougères out there. But it can be really stuffy too at the same time because of how cheap it is. Like, it's the only reason some people I consider is bad is because it's so cheap. Even though Drakkar Noir is also cheap, it's just infinitely better. However, I still love this one, but it is an awesomely bad fragrance in the good way, which is why it made this list. Okay, fragrance number 4 on this list, part 2 of awesomely bad fragrances. This might surprise some of you because quality is there, but it's just so damn boring, and it's Dior Homme 2020. This was just, I was expecting so much more out of this, especially as I sort of, enter my way into the house of Dior outside of Jules or SOSJ. This one, it's just vetiver and woods. And for the price, it's like, it smells nice, but it's like, it's so bland and it doesn't perform on me at all. So I thought to myself, this is something where, you have a high quality, it comes from a high quality house, it's a high quality designer, commands a good price, and people like romanticize Dior Homme, the whole line, more so the older ones from what I've seen as I sort of, dip my toe into trying those types of fragrances. But this one was just, it's like an office scent, and that's all it'll ever be. It's a daily, it's boring as hell, and it should be like $60, but it's like 125 or more. And this is a bigger bottle too. So I haven't decided what I want to do with this, but it's like a quality bad fragrance. Let's put it that way. Awesomely bad. All right, finally, fragrance number 5 on part 2's awesomely bad fragrances. This is from the house of Canon, and it is Canon Pour Homme. The reason this fragrance is on this list is because it's so bad that it's amazing that anybody ever even made it. It smells like literal shit. Green, it's so bad and so disgusting and stuffy. It's very hard to describe. All I know is that for a while, these were showing up everywhere at Marshall's, going back like 2018, 2019. This one and the other one, Norwegian Wood, which is very different, vastly different. It's almost like a unisex scent. But this one, it smells so awful. It's like a putrid green sewage type of smell. It's the worst. It's one of the worst. Like I'd rather wear Zeno than this any day of the week, because at least there's something in Zeno, of the vintage one, where I was like, all right, you know what I mean? I still think it sucks, smells like burnt pancakes, but this smells like sewage. Straight up, it's horrendous. And I want someone who loves it to, debate me in the comments about it. And I want to know why you think it's good. It's this wooden cap. I don't know why I found it. And I'm like, I forgot I even had it, because it's just been sitting in the catacombs of my collection where it belongs, in the gulag. But it's really awful. Never try this unless you want to give it to somebody as like an awful gag gift. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for part 2 of the 5 awesomely bad fragrances. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of the fragrances that I picked? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you agree, disagree? What's another one that you think is awesomely bad? I always appreciate all of the interaction. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Follow the Instagram page, check out the Mercari link, the links for Aurelius Apparel and Masudo, and actually go ahead and download that Frag Hunter, again, if you're in the United States and have an iPhone. Guys, again, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.